Part 1, Mary Brown.
Ho, ho, ho!
In the early 1900s, there were many poor children, such as the one in the story of Little Sunbeam of Rag Alley, from the book Santa Claus's Dolls. In the tenement district of a large city in the Middle West, there's a little alley just swarming with some of the poorest people in the city, and someone has aptly christened it Rag Alley. Up a rickety flight of old stairs, in a little room with only one small window for air and light to enter, lived a poor widow and her only child, a little crippled girl whom we will call Mary Brown. When Mary was very little, she fell down the stairs and received such a serious injury to one knee that she was obliged to use a crutch.
Part 2, Little Sunbeam.
Ho, ho, ho!
Little Mary Brown was often ill and suffered much pain, but she was wonderfully patient and always so sweet-tempered, so sunny and cheerful that her mother called her Little Sunbeam. She was the queen amongst the poor children in the neighborhood. They loved her so very much. Sometimes her mother, who took in sewing, would take Mary with her when she went back with work to the shop. And such a treat that was. Mary just feasted her eyes on the pretty things in store windows. One particular was all-absorbing. It was filled with dolls of all kinds. Some belonged to the sunbonnet family, and there were many cute pictures of the sunbonnet baby. How Mary wished she could hold one of those sweet dollies, but she was a poor little girl and dared not ask such a favor.
Part 4, Santa's Mail.
Ho, ho, ho!
When Mary was old enough to go to school, she soon learned how to read and write. When she was about 8 years old, she attended a mission Sunday school. One Sunday morning, a little before Christmas, the teacher said, "Now, children, here is a little box, which we will call Santa Claus's mailbox. Perhaps some of you would like to write to him a letter, telling him what you would like best for Christmas, and you can then put it in this box, and we will send it to Toyland, and if he has it in stock, he will bring it for our tree." Mary's heart gave a great leap of joy to think that she could have such a privilege, and as soon as she got home, she hastened to write Santa. And soon her little note was in his mailbox. What she wrote, I will tell you later.
Part 4, Santa's Choice.
Ho, ho, ho!
Up in Toyland, dear old Santa Claus was rushing about and getting red in the face. He was so full of business because Christmas was almost here, and the puckers and wrinkles grew deeper than ever in old Saint's face as he tried to think of everything to put into his big pack. His eyes were twinkling as he thought of the many good little boys and girls he would make happy. Every now and then, he would dive his hand down into the letter pocket and draw out a handful, which he would read, and then, if possible, fill the order. By and by, he opened this one, which was written in a little cramped hand, and read, "Dear Sainty, please bring me a dolly. I want one awfully bad. Your little lame girl, Mary Brown, Number 2, Rag Alley." Then Santa waved his hand, and at the wave of his hand the dollies all come, both little and big ones. They walk and they run, dressed up in fine muslins, silks, velvets, and lace, with merriment dancing on each pretty face. As Santa carefully looked them all over, his eye fell on dear little Sunbonnet Dolly. As he peeped under her bonnet, he saw the loveliest blue eyes and golden hair, a sweet little rosebud of a mouth with the lips just parted enough to show 2 or 3 of the cutest little teeth. "Ha ha!" chuckled Santa. "Here's just the one for my poor little lame girl." So he wrote Mary's name and number on a card and tied it around Dolly's neck so he would make no mistake in his haste on the morrow.